Hello, in this video, I'm giving you 5 tips to get you to the real customers who care about your product or service, online or offline. You could use these tips online and offline. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You, a channel where I share what I know and continue to learn. Like in this one, I'm sharing what I'm learning. And today I'm saying 5 tips. I'm giving you 5 tips to get people to buy from you. 5 tips to help you get to know who the real customer is. My name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner from Virginia, USA. And if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you very much. If you are new, my videos are normal about business tips like today. I also talk about earning money online, and that's mostly about affiliate marketing, through affiliate marketing. I also record those motivational videos just to ask you to take a step to make your life better. You can always do better. Today, before I start the topic, please like. I think this is gonna be interesting, right? Like it, just like it, because you may forget. You are forgetting to like. I've been noticing. Leave a comment. I always like to read your comments. Share it if you think someone is going to benefit. Also, subscribe. And if you've been here before, have you subscribed? Also, when you subscribe, a bell comes up. Click on that bell so that you know when I have a new video. This is the last week. This is the Sunday video. After this one, I'm going to 3 in a week. Right now, I've been doing 2. Always on Sunday. They tend to be a longer one, a smaller one, shorter ones during the week. I'm going back to 3 next week. So I'll try to make them like 10, 12 minutes. The one that's short for me because of those stories. I like to include stories for you. So today, I'm giving you 5 tips to get to the real people who are going to buy your product, who are going to use your service. You know, you could be doing a lot. You're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're doing all this, you're doing that, but it's hard to get. Most people will be interested, but interested is not enough. We want people who are going to take us seriously and buy our product. So, like, for example, on this channel, I talk about many things, and the intention is different. But most of the intention is to get to know who is interested and also to share. Like what I just found, I'm so excited, I'm sharing. And by the way, please, no offense, please. Many people put comments and say, oh, this is so good, I cannot wait to try it out. But do you know how you know that someone is going to try it out? You wouldn't know. If you didn't have these kind of basics that I'm going to give you, you wouldn't know who truly cares by just reading the comments. So the comments are nice because we are trained to leave a good comment. Even if you don't feel so good, you still find something to say that's good, and which is good for the channel, right? But to get to those comments will not tell you who someone or who is truly interested. That's why you see in my tips. Let me first start. I'll explain why. Like on this channel, I talk about different things. Like sometimes I want someone to get this more knowledge, so I share. I put an email, but then I see how people are responding. From the comments, they say, "Oh, I can't wait to try this out. I can't wait to do this," but they really don't do anything. So in these tips, I'm going to show you how you really know whether people truly care. So let's go. I told my story, how I came online and I started learning. My first teacher was Vic Strazius. And the first tip number 1, I got it from him. In fact, many of the tips I got from him the first time, although I got to learn more from others, but he mentioned these things the first time to me, at least to show the importance. So number 1, video. Video. He said video 2 years ago. This is 2020. He says video, at least to me, in 2018. And he said, anyone who is going to sell in this new time, it doesn't matter if you're your business is online or offline, because you could be offline, you could have a local store, a local business, but you could still be having a YouTube channel. That's why my intro said these can help you online and offline. But me, I'm an online one. So online, YouTube videos is great. And like anywhere, videos, they're everywhere now. Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you can do video. You can have video actually anywhere you want. I don't have to explain too much about video. But what he was saying, because those days, people used to use email a lot, posting things or banners. And he said that this day and age is going to require people to know. Because people were saying, oh, those are scams. They're scams because they don't know you. He was saying, get on video so people can see that you're a real person. This is not spam, I mean scam. You're a real person, and they can choose whether to trust you or not trust you. I've been seeing videos where someone is talking about something, but when you read or you hear in the comments, you read the comments, people are saying, no, he's a liar. So they don't trust the person. They watch the video, but they don't trust. So video is tip number one. I'm not going to make it too long. Video is tip number one. The main goal is to trust. There are many other benefits of video, but to trust you. To look at you in the eye like this, like you look at me, and they say, I can trust that person or I don't trust that person. Tip number two is provide value. That's also from Vic. He said, if you're going to sell something, it doesn't matter whether you're a coach or whatever, affiliate marketer, show some value. Show some value to the people so they can trust you and buy from you. It depends what you want to talk about. Now, if you are a coach, already you have your content, you know the stuff you talk about, so come and show them, give them a few tips, and then ask them, show them more. Like if you want more, do this. That's tip number three. But if you are an affiliate marketer and you are coming just promote someone else's product, you may wonder you are new. Like people, some of you who are watching me, even some in my Facebook group, you will say, what do I say? Okay, because value means teach them something, share something. Like on this channel, that's what I'm trying to do. I learn something, I come and share, or something you already know. So that's very, very important. People have to be feeling like you are benefiting them somehow to trust you, and then later they will become your customer, but the journey starts like that. They come, watch your video, they say, okay, I think I can trust this person. Then you start sharing. You may be sharing something else. Not like, for example, me, I share things about business in general. I said, keep records, bookkeeping is important, all this other stuff. But I'm also sharing something specific to what I may be promoting. So you come and do a review and say, this is how this one does. You're going to ask me, how do you do that? Maybe in that program, you're already doing some lessons, you are learning, then you come and share and give your review and show your results. Or sometimes like you don't have, you can get something from somewhere else, not necessarily a course you are learning from, but you just come and you want to talk about a topic and go research on YouTube and say, I like to talk about that, but I'm not so sure. So you go learn from other people, you see how they're discussing the point, you make your own points and come and teach your audience. But you're using your own words, you are unique, you're different. That other person could be saying things in different ways because you have to use, you see me now, you see how the way I'm speaking, that's my style, that's me. So another person, if you went and covered this topic, you may take my tips here and go use them, but you will not explain the same way because I'm using my words and I'm using my accent. I'm different. So some people may like it, some people may not. But remember, our goal is to get to those who like you, who like to buy from you. So provide value. Don't wonder where things are going to come from. As long as you're studying, you know, I'm a big fan of studying. If you're studying, whatever you study, you share. You don't have to be an expert like me. I'm not an expert, but I share, and then you pick out what you pick out. And then as you do that, you are providing value to your people, and then you are creating that communication, that connection, and the trust increases. That's tip number 2. Tip number 1 was video, be on camera. Number 2, provide some kind of value. Teach them, share something. Number 3 is you have to get their email. That's what I was about to get into at the beginning, and then I realized I was getting into too soon. Here on this channel, I ask for emails. But actually, my motivation for asking for emails is very, very different. Sometimes I want to share something I couldn't share here, like it's long. People who are on my personal development list, that's the intention of that list. To share something that I can't cover in my video, or to bring an expert and share their video, that kind of thing. In other times, the tip that I want for you to take from the email is to get to know who is really interested. Who is really interested? That's what I was almost mentioning at the beginning. Because someone could put a comment and say, oh, that's a good product. Oh, that's a nice thing. But are they willing, really? Are they willing to pay for it? The only way you will know is by asking for their email. And if they really put it in, then you know they're interested. And even then, they're not really very much interested. They may be a little bit interested, like kinda interested, not fully there interested. Because what happens, like when I talk about personal development, I say, please come, I'm going to share with you how you create your own vision board. Also, they're kind of interested as I'm speaking, they put their email, but then later when you say, okay, to create an email, this is the instructions, how you set up your vision board, whatever, they don't even open the email. So were they really interested? No, they were kind of interested. You'll figure that out very, very soon. Just the fact that they gave you the email doesn't mean they're really interested. And most people use, they like to give out like free stuff, like something to get people's emails. Just because they took that free thing doesn't mean they want to buy your other thing. That's why those lead magnets, they call them, you better make sure the lead magnet, the thing you're giving out for free, is connected to the whatever you're selling. So if you're a coach and giving some tips on something, make sure the lead magnet is really a little bit of the other course. That way you'll know if these people are truly interested, because they could come and take the freebie and go. The next time you send an email, they'll never even open it up. So the email is going to help you know who is truly interested. And also another purpose of that email is to get to know to get to communicate with them. And they want to communicate with you too. Because you see us in videos, me, I'm a little bit different because some people get even to my phone number. But most people, you can't get even to their email address. But only if you put in you take their freebie, whatever they're offering, then you can open up a line of communication with them, which is good. For me, I like to know who is interested, if they have a question. And the other thing you're going to do with those emails is to answer more, like you provide more about whatever you are talking to them about. So the first time you send them an email, make sure you create some more emails, we call them the follow-ups, so that they understand more and you remind them. And you know, these days, people, they may even be interested, but they lose the focus. They lose the focus. They say it takes seven times some to see the same thing before they buy. Those people who are like cold, they become warm, they keep going until they buy. So that means when you have these sequences and you are sending them follow-ups and you're reminding them and you're still talking about the thing, but don't just say, oh, are you buying today? Just give them some more value. They have objections, maybe it's price, maybe it's whatever. They have these questions, offer to answer their questions and answer some of them. Just when you're selling your product or service, providing a service, you know what people normally object to. Maybe it's the price, or maybe it's how it's used, or whatever, you know. Make sure when you're sending those follow-ups, you are answering some of their questions, and you're also asking them to send you emails back. For me, I even provide my phone number for some things. that if you want to communicate with me, you have a question, text me. Although for me, the intention is not always selling. I like to know what's going on in people's situations to see where I can be supportive. That's why I offer my phone number. The reasons are a little bit different. But for you, you could ask them to just respond to the email you're sending. So please respond with any question, or you have a support email, you put it in, or you send them to your social media, Instagram, Facebook, to contact you. The email is helping you to communicate more with the people. See, the email just served this purpose. So please, tip number 3 was email. Use the email to get to know the people more, to answer their questions, and maybe you're going to get the 7th time, number 7, when they will finally say, okay, I'm buying this, or I'm signing up, or whatever you want them to do, your call to action. It takes a while. Because without email, let me show you, let's see, today I was promoting something. I'm talking. I say, okay, there is a link below there. Please go check it out. Maybe it's on Amazon.com. And maybe you even forget to click, but you are gone. I'll never know who was interested and who wasn't. And by the way, it's weird because some people, especially when you're doing it on the phone, you may be watching the video and somehow you get distracted and you lose it. You don't even remember what it was they were talking about. You don't even know where the link is. So, but assuming, whoever was saying it, but if maybe that didn't come out well, because if you lose it, then you didn't put your email. But let's assume you put in the email. You got to a point where you put in the email, but you forgot even what it was, whatever. So when they send up the follow-up, like the following day, that's when you get to remember, oh. And sometimes, like for us affiliate marketers, you send them to a video. By the way, let me put this in before I forget. If you want to know these things, like how to set up an email, how to send follow-ups, if you haven't done any of this, you don't know what I'm talking about, but you're selling something, it doesn't matter whether online or offline, or know someone who's selling it, get into partner with Anthony to teach you these basics. Because even if you are already doing this kind of thing, but you don't know how to answer, like when people have questions, how to do the right follow-ups, the right headlines for people to open your email, all that stuff, copywriting, get into the program. It costs just $7. I cannot believe it. I keep inviting you here, and some go, some don't. But if you are especially on YouTube and you want to start communicating, doing affiliate marketing, earning some money before the monetization and all that stuff, and learn these things. These are basics. You have to know them. You have to know how to send people emails. You have to know how to send follow-ups. I'll put a link below. Partner with Anthony, go learn. It costs $7 a month. And within its 30 sessions, if you are really taking it seriously, like every day, the maximum, it will take you like 2 months. It's $14. And he's teaching you all these things. Facebook, setting up landing pages, opt-in pages, tracking, all that stuff. You're going to learn for just $7. So I put that in. I'll put a link below for you. And then I'll know who is interested. I'll see who went to really learn. Because if you are just figuring things out and you're not doing them properly, it's going to cost you. So email was number 4. It's very, very important. If you don't know these basics, please get go to the link below in the description and go to partner with Anthony. He's going to teach you, but you have to go through my capture page. So you have to put your email, and then you get my phone number, and then I can support you with that if that's your interest. The other thing, while I'm on email, you cannot send out emails unless you have your own domain. Your own domain. I have myhonestsoul.com here. Go if you need a domain. They're very cheap, $9.98 right now. And even if you are running like in a business, please, with this branding that's happening, if you don't have a domain in your own name, like me, I'm Sherifa Nakalema, sherifannakalema.com. I bought it already. I already told a story when I lost the whole website, because when you buy a domain name, make sure you put auto renew on it, because they will send you a reminder. You may miss it. I missed one and I lost a whole website where I was making money on Amazon.com. I lost it because the domain was not renewed. You have to pay every year, and I lost it. And the last time I found it, I was looking for my domain. It was in Australia, and they were selling it for $4,000. My own domain. They took it. So you have to make sure you, number one, you book your domain so no one goes to buy your name. Like you, if I didn't have Sherif and Lakalim already booked, you could go buy it. If it's available, they can't stop you from buying it. You keep it. And that's the way to make money, by the way. You'll see famous people, you go check their domain and they're not bought. You buy it for $9.98. When later they want to do a website, they find their name is taken. They wonder who took it. They'll tell you them where it is. You will have it and then sell it. You could sell a domain $10,000, believe me. If someone, that's their name, and you booked it and they want to use it now, they can't, they buy it from you. For me, they wanted $4,000. They were in Australia. I said, no, I just created something else. But that was very, very sad because the website was making money. Okay, that was the side thing. So it's not actually a side thing, it's connected. You need a domain. I have still on my website, honestsoul.com, you can buy a domain from Namecheap. It's just $9.98 a domain name every year. And then you could buy hosting. All these things are very, very cheap. Book it and then start creating emails. Everything is on my website. There is a free trial from Aweber, 500 emails for free. So that's why I create this website, so you can all go there and get these things. It's very easy. So it's important. If you don't have an email, you have a YouTube channel, you don't have an email list, you are far behind. You need to know who is really interested in what you are doing. That was tip number 3. It was a little bit long. Tip number 4 is a website. I already mentioned, I have a website. You need a website. And the reason why you need a website, that's where everything gathers. Remember, the topic of this video was how to get people to buy from you. Now, since you know their emails, you can then, when they want, as you gather all these things, like I'm saying here, everything you collect on your website, that's called the hub. That's Vic calls it a hub, H-U-B. That's your hub. It's like, it's your home. Some people add a blog. They add a blog, you blog, you can add video, you can communicate, everything goes over there. Like this YouTube channel is just that. But there, you can put videos, you can put anything you want, you can collect emails also to send newsletters. So you need a hub. That's a hub, which is a website. Tip number 4. Tip number 5, figure out a way to have those people who are interested. There won't be so many, by the way. There will not be so many. In marketing, they say out of 100 people who get to know about your thing, only 1 or 2 will say yes, will buy the first time. So don't expect too much conversion. 2 is good, is very good. 1 for the very first time. But the follow-ups will help. Maybe you get from 1 to 2 to 7 to 10. But there are people who never buy at all. Let me put a tip in here. If you're sending out emails and people are not even opening, forget clicking, but opening. If they're seeing an email, you are seeing an email from me, Sharifa, you offered to give me an email and you are not opening it. For me, right now, I think I'm going to reduce it to like 3 months. But some people, they say 6 months. Give them 6 months to remove them from your list, because real estate, you are paying for their space on your email list. If someone is not opening your email, they're not interested. It's not a bad thing. I mean, they're not interested. So you cannot force them to be interested. So remove them. Remove them from your list and create space for a new one. Like those 500 that you get for free from Aweber. If you had 500, they're about to ask you to pay, you go in your list and remove all those people who are not opening your emails. Clicking is different. They may open and they may not like what you are asking them to click to go to. But the opening part is what I'm talking about. At least let them open. If they're opening, leave them. At some point, may remove those too. But I think the opening ones are still in a relationship with you. You never know. At some point, they may click. But someone who's not opening, my standard is going to be 3 months. Other people, they say maybe 6 months. Others keep them forever. They're wasting their money because you have to pay for every name that's on your list. That's not a side thing. It's just a good tip. So don't waste your money paying for names when people are not providing any value to you. Okay, so a community was tip number 5. Figure out a way to have these people in a community. Right now, it's common to have Facebook groups, But it could be a different kind of thing. Like I was talking yesterday, not yesterday, the other day, the video I recorded about 4%, and I said he's creating a community space. So if you go there and he designed this for you, whatever he's designing for people, I'm not doing that yet. I have just a Facebook group and my website. But those people not even need Facebook. They'll have their own communities where they communicate with their people. And guess what? Experts say that if you are online, now I'm talking online, and you are there long enough, you have your YouTube channel, you have your website, you have what they call 1,000 true fans, FAN, fan, through 1,000 true fans, people who really care about what you say. Because I was quoting about Vic and how he was able to build everything. Because we were true fans, we were waiting. Whenever he said, I'm building this, I'm redesigning that, we were waiting because we knew whatever he's going to bring is good, and he always cares. He always cares. So you want people like that. And they say if you can get to 1,000 true fans, then you're fine. You are fine, because those true fans, when you are hungry, people tell stories of when they were broke, they didn't have any single dollar left, or whatever, shilling, whatever, the money, and all they did was send an email to their list, and the people started buying, and they had food on the table. So if you have 1,000 true fans who listen to what you say, and when you ask them something, they provide feedback, you are fine. You are fine. You never fail to pay your bills. Assuming you don't live a very expensive lifestyle, right? And assuming those people, 1,000, they at least buying something. Okay, so you assume that $1,000, maybe if they're spending $10 every month, each person spends $10. That's $10,000 a month. You see how big it is? That's my video today. 5 tips. Number 1, video. Be on camera. Number 2, provide value. Number 3, make sure you have a communication with them, have their email address. Number 4, have a website. Number 5, have a way of a community, the way you communicate with those people. Maybe lives are enough, like if you are able to do YouTube live, I don't know, but Facebook groups is what's common now, to have what you would call a community. But I feel like maybe if you do it my style, because my style, anyone who's not participating in the Facebook group, I ask them to leave or I remove them. If you do it that way, because you could have large numbers, but people really don't care about this Facebook group. That's why for me, I don't like just adding numbers. I want people who are going to participate in what we are doing. In my Facebook group, we record videos, and some people do affiliate marketing. So that's why if you're not doing one of those, then I say I think you don't belong here. That's my video today. I hope I got it not to be too long. I'm learning to rush. I didn't even tell so many stories, except that I lost my website. Please go by your domain name, your name or business name. If you don't have a domain booked, please go do it. It costs $9.98, and please use my website, honestsouls.com. Give it a thumbs up if you think I made even 1 point. Share it. Leave a comment. What do you think about these tips? But there are many more tips. I just wrote 5. Maybe in the future I'll record another one on more tips. And leave a comment, share it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Consider subscribing, clicking on the bell too, because if you want to remember, to know when I have a video, if you want to be told, and also to remember each other. For me now, I made it a point. By the way, if you subscribe to me, and you could put a comment somewhere, so I know. I always return the favor, and I also now I'm not subscribing on a channel unless I also do the bell, because that's how I'm going to know that to know that you have a new video. That's the only way. And then if you don't leave a comment, I'll not even know you appeared here. Please leave a comment, thumbs up. Okay. Hopefully you're gonna pick out some of these. Create your own community of 1,000. when you are old, you keep having the 1,000, by the way. Some will drop off, you add some new ones. Some will drop off, you keep adding some, refreshing it. Okay, that's my video. Like I always end them, take a very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your family. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.